Manchester City, what happened there? But Rúben Amorim, he said before the game, if he wins, they'll be thinking of him as the new Sir Alex Ferguson. I think they might be now. Optimism must be high.
A little bit early, a little bit early to be calling him the new Sir Alex Ferguson, but a quite incredible performance. I was watching this game, and the speed with which Sporting played against Manchester City. Phil Foden obviously scores for Man City, and you think, okay, they're maybe just going to dominate this game the way Man City often do. They keep the ball, they keep possession, and they can suffocate teams the way we've seen them. But Manchester City, on this little run they're on right now, they're maybe struggling a little bit. Sporting has been absolutely capitalised on this. Every single time they lost the ball, they were on them in a flash, and they killed them time and time again.
It was two of the hottest strikers in world football at the moment up against each other. Erling Haaland obviously missing that penalty up against, you could say a new star, but he's been absolutely banging the goals in recent time. Gyokeres, we've got to speak about him. That hat-trick, scintillating performance once again.
Yeah, it's interesting that you talk about him as a new Haaland. He's obviously been on the scene for a little while. I know you want to talk about his backstory a little bit, but something that reminded me of Haaland, the way he was playing, was just how hard and how direct he ran and he struck the ball. Like when he hit those penalties, it was like a bullet. It was so meaningful. And he's a player that's really came to the fore in the last couple of years with his performances over in Portugal, with performances with Sweden as well. I know he's developing quite the partnership with Alexander Isak of Newcastle up front for Sweden. So I definitely think that he, alongside Rúben Amorim, he's going to be one to watch as it comes in next year or so.
Well, there is talk this summer, potentially a gentleman's agreement with the club that £63 million might be enough to take him away. But something the viewers might not know, just a few years ago he was playing his football for Brighton. They then sold him for £1 million to Coventry City. It's the sporting director of Brighton at the time, Dan Ashworth, the current Manchester United sporting director. He'll obviously be joining up with Ruben Amorim. £1 million in 2021. He was then sold for £20 million from Coventry to Sporting, and now talks of £60, £70 million for the striker. Not bad going, and I do hear Coventry, they do have a sell-on clause.
I wonder if it's a little bit of an ego thing if Dan Ashworth will sign him back again at Manchester United. Do you think Ruben Amorim going to Old Trafford, the first person I'm bringing with me is Gyokeres, because he is exactly what Manchester United need. I know Haaland maybe had a little bit of a tough time of it. His numbers are quite good despite his performances, but Gyokeres is one of those players you think would settle in straight away at Manchester United. But if we go to the other half of Manchester City are not having a good time of it right now.
They're struggling, and I can't seem to kind of put my finger on it. Obviously that defeat in the league followed up by this now. I think we're all pretty confident, given this new this kind of format of the league, that they will get out, and a manager like Pep Guardiola, but even he isn't quite too happy with it.
Yeah, but I think he did say after the game the other week that they're not in maybe as bad a place as some people are thinking.
We're not in the dark side. We played really bad against Bournemouth. We played really good today. The only regret, you can concede the third or fourth. You have to, it's not necessary, the penalties. I would say, we cannot start the second half scoring a goal. Yeah, it can happen. They do the good action, can happen, but 44 minutes or 47 minutes left. And emotionally, we were in that position stable. I think we make a really good first half against a top team. We were close to score the second, the third, and emotion is difficult when we play the first half that we played, and after 2 minutes, second half, we are losing 3-1.
I think that quick fire 2 goals after the break, it really done for Manchester City. And I don't want to be speaking too early, but they look tired. They look like a team who has really been through the ringer in the last couple of years. I mean, they lost against Tottenham in the Cup during the week. They lost against Bournemouth in the league last weekend, losing again, and not just losing, but really taking a battering over in Portugal during the week. It looks as though they've been playing under Pep Guardiola for a good amount of years. The intensity that they must play at. You look at these players, Kevin De Bruyne, all these guys are getting on a little bit now. I think maybe it's time for a bit of a rejuvenation at Manchester City.
I mean, as Erik ten Hag famously said, eras come to an end. These players who have been the forwards, the stars for Man City, they're going to have to move on, and they're going to have to go through another recruitment cycle. We thought it was going to happen with Liverpool this season, that this was going to be the year they needed to change it up. Slot, did he make one signing in the summer?
Yeah.
And he's managed to get this out of their players. I'm not going to worry too much. I know Man City, the quality they have, they'll be backfiring very soon. But It's that old debate that we're having recently. Are these players playing too much? Is this new schedule? You know, I mean, it's all these kind of things you've got to think about. And I'm sure Pep Guardiola will sort them out very soon.
Yeah. But I think just, again, testament to how good a job Arne Slot's doing, that he's came in, this Liverpool team maybe faltering a little bit at the back end of last season. He's come in and got them absolutely flying again.